Good evening, Jackson Jills, and welcome to another exciting matchup of Echo Arena, presented by VRML. We have a good one here tonight between Orbit and There Is No Team. In the studio is me, myself, and I'm on SirDimwi, working the cams and the vocal cords. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep my manual cam for the duration of this game. Although just how touchy my Xbox controller has been, it's not been holding on too well. But yes, as I said, we have a fun one here tonight. Orbit coming in MMR 1250, a record of 8-6, 0-2 loss versus Joker. Sometime recently, I didn't actually note that down. They're coming up against There Is No Team in MMR of 1160, a record of 5-6, 0-2 loss versus Legends in their last game sometime recently. Again, I did not jot down when that was, but yeah, a fun matchup here. And so on Orbit tonight, we're gonna have their proper roster: Blenders, Sneaky Evil, Zenith, and One Scoop. And over on There Is No Team, it looks like they're still deciding who their four-man roster is going to be, as their full roster is currently in the game. So basically just waiting for one of those guys to drop as the players right now are arguing over whether or not it's okay for There's No Team to play with 5 in this game. Absolutely phenomenal there. But yeah, it's kind of excited to see how this is going to work out. There's No Team has been improving very, very quickly since their initial debut just a handful of weeks ago. So they played 11 games, so that's about 5 weeks ago that they started. And since then, yeah, doing fairly well in the league. Like I said, 5-6, and I mean that is less than 500. But as anyone who plays in the league, keeping your record over 500 is the challenge. As we now have, I believe, both teams have readied up, so we will go to the gameplay here, starting here in round 1. And that is, that is Orbit on orange, and There Is No Team on blue. As we launch here for the joust. And it will be Orbit getting there first. Zenith taking control of that disc. Moving very patiently now, as There's No Team kind of sets up in a very passive defensive posture here. Huzzah finally coming out to challenge the disc carry there. Zenith does get the stun off, but the disc does float right in the hands of Sneaky Evil, sends it out to One Scoop. So One Scoop going to pass that across there to Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil's going to move it on the bubble. A lot of defenders there, and ooh, that one going in, but I wonder if that actually... if that got caught on land, I'm going to watch the replay myself. I didn't realize how far back it started here. Let's see, comes in, and it looked like it took us... Yeah, it looked like there was a grab there. So goalie certainly not going to be happy about that one. As now Brad David, it is a developer, sends that one up to White Dragon, a fellow developer. Sending that one to Fair Enough, Dollar Ranger's father, in fact. And that one gets dumped in there to the Orbit zone. And the Orbit is going to get the hands on it first there. And it does look like, let's see, Huzzah, Fair Enough. White Dragon and David playing on There's a Team. Guygasm, the man sitting out. But now, good stun there from One Scoop, forces a turnover from White Dragon. And now the race is on, and it is taken there by Zenith, who's going to pop that one in for the 2. And now Orbit with an early lead here, up by 4, just about a minute and a half into the game. And I do see in chat there, we're joined by Ed the Redhead. One Scoop is MVP. One Scoop is MVP, brah! And yeah, One Scoop definitely one of the more competent players in the league, a very talented player in his own right. But this one's handled by David again. David's going to send that one up to the right tube there to Huzzah. Huzzah going to send that one back to David. David under pressure there from Zenith, and then that pass right into the hands of One Scoop, who's going to set it in for the 3. And right after we say it, Ed, that right there, that's your MVP play. That's how an MVP plays in the game. They're getting the interception and then setting it in for the 3. 21 meters out. That is a fantastic shot there from One Scoop. So now we'll be There's a Team again with the joust advantage, again taken by David. David going to draw that attacker out, and he does, and gets a pass out, but off the mark, and right into the hands there of Blenders, who's very solid on that back line, as that one gets dumped back into the There's No Team zone. And so that one going to be picked up by Huzzah. Gets stunned out there. But then White Dragon, with the recovery, going to send it all the way back down into the orbit zone. Well, holding up at mid, and then picked up there by One Scoop, who's going to send that one up to Sneaky Evil, back out to One Scoop, and then, ooh, a great cut pass there to Zenith, but he dings it off of that post. And also seeing Malik the Weird there in chat. Haven't seen you around before. Thanks for joining us here. Same with Ed the Red. Haven't seen you around before. But a good pass there. Ooh, what a headbutt stop there from White Dragon. As we do have a drop on there's a team. Looks like who is it that fell out? I should know this. Yeah, it's 3v4 at the moment. It's not supposed to be. Somebody dropped, and the way the rules are is when a player drops a Zenith, getting the grab on that one from the drop on One Scoop, bringing it in. We will see a restart here now, as when somebody drops mid-round, they either play till the next goal is scored or until about 40 seconds. And the fact that we're not seeing anybody entering the tubes here, no, it looks like, yeah, they're going to just push on. Probably already got the invite out to the player, so yeah, they're just going to opt to not disrupt the play here. As White Dragon going to send that one to the left too, but nobody there to receive it, and taking a bad bounce. Excuse my camera work there, but still bouncing around a little bit, but it's going to be picked up there by One Scoop. Going to send it up there to Zenith, who dings it off the top of the post there. And now, fair enough, on the floor, going to get the grab on it, send it back there to White Dragon. White Dragon going to back this one out to David, who's going to send that one deep. And oh, what a read there from Blenders. He's going to set it in deep for the 3 from 25 meters out, right in the tube area. That was an absolutely amazing read and play there from Blenders to put that one in. A beautiful shot there, 18 meters a second, right on the mark. And so Orbit now finding themselves up by 12 here, just 5.5 minutes into round 1. Ed the Red saying he knows One Scoop in real life, so I have to assume that you also know how to speak French, because I hear there's a lot of French in their comms, and it's not coming from Blenders or Zenith. And that one getting sent in deep, just wide. Is that one now grabbed by White Dragon. White Dragon is going to throw that one out into the hands there of David. And David now going to dump this one. Looking for a deep pass there, but just hitting the top corner of the double stacks block there. And so now David's going to recover his own, his errant clear. Oh, what a stun there as Zenith gets the grab and is able to bring that one in for the 2, extending that lead to 14 here. In your class, are you, oh boy, are you One Scoop's teacher? Are you one of his school teachers? That's phenomenal if that's the case. So now it's going to be David taking this one. He's going to send that one to the right too, but oh, Sneaky Evil with another interception there. Ed the Redhead, a friend of One Scoop, still cool there. And then Huzzah getting a beautiful turnover, and then setting that one in and right to the hands of Blenders. And Blender's going to send that one up there to One Scoop. One Scoop going to go to the ceiling there. Does find Zenith. Zenith crossing to Sneaky Evil, who does bring that one in for the 2. And now that is a 16-point lead here for Orbit. There still is over 3 minutes to go. And they're only 4 points away from that Mercy here in round 1. As Mercy is a 20-point differential. So if they hit 20-0 here, this will be a round 1 Mercy to Orbit. And with 3 minutes 40 seconds to go, there's a lot of time left for them to do it. But also a lot of time left for their team to prevent it from happening as that one gets sent in deep. But again, Blender's on that back line, just not letting any of these deep passes or clears get through. He's going to walk that in through the tunnel, going to pass that one up there to, who is that? Zenith. Zenith now going to back that one out just a little bit there to Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil going to send that one in to the bubble there to Zenith. Trying to back it out to Sneaky, and that one ultimately grabbed by Huzzah, sends it all the way back down to the orbit zone. So it will be some races out. It looks like there's a team is getting here first. And, oh, dinging it off, but then Rad David, I think he might have gotten his, because there was no assist on that, I have to assume that was an initial shot from David, who dinged it off the post, and then got his own rebound and then stuffed it in there, 0 meters a second. 0 meters away at 0 meters a second, meaning that was a dunk. To send it in, a ding dunk maybe, but yeah, so good goal there from there's a team to stave off that Mercy, at least for a little while here. Sneaky Evil gonna send this one in. They do cut that lead back down to 14, so yes, now 6 point differential, or 6 points away from that Mercy there. And then White Dragon going to send that one back out into the orbit zone. And so maybe another opportunity here for the chain to come in from there's the table. It looks like they were held up in the back there. So it's going to be taken now by Zenith. Going to send that one. Ooh, trying to send it through the tube, but hitting the bottom side of it. So it bounces back out, but then it gets stuffed back through by another player on his team. And that one is all the way down into the there is no team zone. White Dragon just going to hand that one out, kind of shove it out, and then gets the grab there. Beautiful steal from White Dragon, and sends it all the way down into that the orbit bubble. But it is Orbit able to get there first again. Orbit, definitely one of the faster teams in the league. Very, very quick on the boost. Very, very quick to get to the boost. Which is oftentimes ooh, and there it is. A good 3 there from Sneaky Evil putting it in. And so that's a lead of 17. With about, I think we're at 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Yeah, just to say, a lot of times it's not when it comes to the speed of a team, it doesn't come to the raw speed of their boosts, but rather how long it takes them to get together to start boosting. Because those few seconds can really add up very, very quickly in terms of speed. And once you're together, you're only talking a difference of a half a second to a second. Unless you're particularly slow with the boost. And so now this one's going to be grabbed by Sneaky Evil in that bubble. Going to pass it up there to Zenith. And oh, what a grab there from David to stop that one from going in to stave off the Mercy again. Well, that would have been a 2, so not a Mercy. And then, oh, David again. 2 big saves there from David. Let's see if the replay can catch both of those. And then, oh, that one finally going in there from Zenith. Good for the 2. And now extending that lead to 19 here. And hopefully I'm not waiting too long for this replay. But because I started it at the time I did, it's going to look goofy on the replay box there. Just kind of a replay instead of replay. And yeah, actually just missing, just getting the end of the goal there on that replay. So apologies to, I believe that was Zenith who put that one in. Rad David going to juke a little bit on the block before sending that one up. Is going to take it by 1 scoop. He's getting stunned out, so the shot is just a little bit off. And now going to be taken by Sneaky Evil. 15 seconds. Looks like they are desperately trying to get the Mercy here. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. This round 1 is in the hands of Orbit here. Now with 5 seconds to go. They are going to stop. They are going to not get to that Mercy. So there's a team doing a fine job there of staving off that Mercy. But it is round 1 to Orbit, 21-2. And while we are on this intermission here, I'm going to mute myself, rest of voice, and we'll pull stats up for everybody to look over.
Starting in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
All right, and now we are coming out here for round 2. I do still have my analog stick, so we do have the manual cam still running here as we come out here for round 2, taken there by 1 scoop. 1 scoop very quickly under pressure for White Dragon. White Dragon getting the stun out, but then that one, a beautiful pass sequence there from Orbit. I apologize to the guys on Orbit because I definitely wasn't following that quick enough. So a little bit out of frame there, as we'll see in the replay here as I try to catch up at the last moment. Malik the Weird saying, I'm happy I can finally catch these games live, and we are too, buddy. It's definitely a lot of fun. At least I have fun with it. But now taken by David here. David gonna feign. Ooh, and Bledders again. Excuse me, that's Sneaky Evil this time. With the interception, they're gonna send that one up to 1 scoop. 1 scoop, maybe looking for a backboard shot there, but it's just high. So we're gonna bounce all the way out there to Blenders. Blenders gonna send that one in to Sneaky Evil, who's looking for 1 scoop on the cut pass, but off the mark, and then grabbed there by Huzzah. He's gonna send it all the way out back to the orbit zone. And now handled by Blenders, who's going to send that one to that left station block there, up to one scoop. One scoop. Oh, what a grab there from Huzzah to intercept that pass. Very dangerous pass. They must not have seen the player there sitting and waiting for it. That one gets dumped in, but it takes an unfavorable bounce there and goes right in the hands of Sneaky Evil. And then another bounce there, but a favorable bounce for Sneaky as he gets a grab on it. And that is Orbit here very, very quickly to put that one in for the 2. Zenith from 7 meters out. And they are now up by 4. And I add the red saying Zenith has only 3 points and excuse me, one scoop is only 3 points, and yeah, but 3 assists. That's a good teammate there to get those 3 assists. And so now this one going to be taken by David again. David now looking over his pass. I was probably trying to draw some defense as he walks up here. Does get the draw, but then the pass right in the hands of Zenith, who's going to send that one in on a slide there on the ramp. White Dragon does get the grab and sending it out to that trap area. But it is Sneaky Evil, and then a couple passes here. Ooh, what a good stun there from White Dragon to stop that shot attempt.
Catches the enemy pass.
And so now more passing here, and ooh, there it is, the good cut pass. Zenith to Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil is cutting in from that shield. I apologize, I got it active from with the camera for a moment. I had to cough. And yeah, it was a good setup, some good passings, but also there's a team doing a really good job of stuffing that bubble, making it difficult for Orbit to make those goals. And so now David again going to send that one up to the ceiling. I'm really interested, very curious, and this is not intended. Ooh, that bounce is going to be close, or at least from the angle there, it looked like it might have been close. But I'm curious what the intention on that rollout was. I really hope we get to see it again, because I'm curious what the intended outcome was supposed to be there. And oh, the speed there from, I believe that was Zenith, but Huzzah does get the hand on it. He's going to send it out, but Sneaky Evil has that right tube ooh, and the goalie getting stunned out there. One scoop going to send that one in from 9 meters out, and there you go, Ed the Redhead. That's another 3 there for your boy One Scoop. He's now up to 6 in the game, and great feed there from Sneaky Evil to One Scoop, as One Scoop puts that one in from 9 meters out. And so now Orbit up by 9 here, 6.5 to go in round 2. David now juking that chain, but then yeah, that one going right in the hands of One Scoop. He's gonna send that one in. It was kind of a half shot, half pass attempt there to Zenith, but it takes a goofy bounce, so Zenith's gonna back that one out to Sneaky Evil for the reset. He's gonna send that one all the way up there to One Scoop. One Scoop up to Zenith, who brings that one in for the 2. And a good shot there by Zenith from a very steep angle.
12, 11, 10.
And the thing about the steep angle shots, like as a goalie, they appear very intimidating. They appear hard to save because you know, especially early on, they might go in a lot. But once you kind of get it out of your head, you realize that your goalie really has the advantage on those tough angle shots, as the goal is exponentially smaller. I don't know if exponentially smaller, but smaller at those tighter angles. So shooter is at the disadvantage relative to the front side or back side of the goal there. They go to the sideline cam to reorient us here, as that one gets sent into there's a team bubble. And a good slap there from, I didn't quite catch who it was, but somebody on there is a team. And then what a disruption there from White Dragon to get to stop that cut pass from hitting its intended target. Is going to send it back out. And now taken by Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil going to send that one up there to Zenith, but off the mark. And then David does come out, gets a grab on it, and a good clear there from David all the way out. And then we have White Dragon coming in, a shot. Ooh, just off the mark there. And now grabbed by Fair Enough, but stunned out. But then White Dragon getting a stun on the other defensive players. And now into the hands of somebody. And then, oh, big stop there from One Scoop, who sends it all the way out, back to mid, through mid, and now into the There's No Team zone. Great look there from There's No Team. A lot of great opportunities. Sorry about the camera work there, guys, as you're watching the VOD. I know it kind of went a little crazy. I'm still, you know, I'm trying to get better with it. I'm trying to get more finesse with the auto cams, considering how often I lose my analog sticks. But I haven't lost them yet. And then, of course, I get a little too spinny with the manual cam. I'm trying to work on that as well. It's just going to take some time. But I will get better with it. But now Rad, David N, going to send that one up to, I'm not sure who that was to. Actually, I guess that was a pass to Rad. No, it was White Dragon. Send it back to Huzzah. I don't know if the UI bugged out or if I just missed it. But Huzzah going up to David. David moving in there. Oh, look for that cut pass to fair enough, but it's just off the mark. But Huzzah is there to collect on it. And there's a team looking really good right now in this offensive zone, doing a fantastic job of controlling this disc. And as I say it, Zenith gets a steal, sends it all the way back into the there's their team zone. And it will be a bit of a race for it here. It's going to be in the hands of Zenith, who just gets a beautiful slap on it, sending it in for the 3. And now that does extend the Orbit lead to 14 here in round 3. Or round 2, excuse me. Round 2 did go to Orbit. I believe that was 21-2 or something like that. 22-2. No, 20. I think it was 21-2. No, White Dragon gonna send that one in. Looking for that deep pass. The man entrenched down there, but it bounced off the center block. I know I did that just the other day. And it doesn't feel good when it happens. But then Rad David gonna get stunned out there by one scoop. One scoop now. Got to look over his options. Pass that one down to the trench area. Sneaky Evil now going to back that one up to Blenders as I try to wrest control of my camera work here. Blenders now going to take his time. He's definitely trying to draw out one of the defenders and actually just goes in and passes it off there to Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil looking for one scoop on the back wall there, but it's off the mark. Huzzah does get the hand on it. He sends it all the way down now. So big race there for it. You can see there's their team trying to get there first. And David getting stunned out right before he gets his hand on the disc. And that one gets sent back out to there's the team zone. 2.5 minutes to go here. Orbit is 6 points away from that Mercy. And ooh, what a beautiful shot there from one scoop as I say it. And now I kind of feel like I might be Cassius cursing. There's the team at the moment. Because, apologize for that, guys. As, there were some amazing looks there. From you guys on that last drive. I mean, the number of opportunities you had, the passing, the control was absolutely phenomenal. Definitely a different look than we've seen for a lot of the game here. And that pass going in deep, that looks like a Hail Mary play. And it's so close. Oh, they can't quite get to it. Gets set out there by Sneaky, but right in the hands of Huzzah. As Huzzah going to try to make some space here. Just pass that one up there. But just out of the reach of, I believe that was David. And then taken by Blenders. And ooh, I don't know how that bounced. But it comes right back to him. And then he's going to send that one up to mid. But hitting that stacks there. But Sneaky Evil is going to get there first. Send it in deep. And that does go all the way down into there's their team bubble. And fair enough does get the grab on it. But the stuns come out. And that one goes in from Zenith for 2. And now Orbit is only 1 point away from the Mercy here. From a shutout Mercy as well. But the last time they got this close in round 1. There's their team came back, scored a goal, and really stopped that Mercy from happening. So let's see if they could do it again here. I mean, as I said, they've had some really good looks on offense. They've had some amazing looks with their bubble defense. So White Dragon going to send that one out to that left tube. It bounces all the way in to that Orbit, right by that Orbit bubble. You got David and fair enough there trying to get the hand on it. It gets sent out, but right in the hands of White Dragon is going to send it in again deep. The chain there, it does find the hands. Fair enough. Ooh, steep angle shot. Bouncing off that post there. That one's going to bounce all the way to that near side wall. Handled by Blenders, but then grabbed by David, who's going to send that one in soft. And just going a little bit wide there, but in the hands of Fair enough. Fair enough. Passing that one to the cutting Huzzah, but Zenith with a beautiful read there. Going to get the grab on it and send it back out of that right tube. And look at that leech there from David. Oh, but no, this shot is on. I didn't actually catch who it was that got the shot. Let's see if we can catch it on the screen here. I can't work my cameras. Can we get it? Zenith. Zenith is the one who got that shot there from the tube. And that will be a Mercy victory here for Orbit as a couple of the Orbit's players drop out really, really quickly. So game high points potentially there to Zenith with 20, Sneaky Evil with 11. And actually, Ed the Redhead, we can't actually look at your buddy's stats because he left the game so quickly that we don't have a read on him. So those are gone. As more players leave. But notable here is Rad David N with 3 saves, White Dragon with 2, fair enough with 1. That is a phenomenal performance on defense. And as we saw, there were a couple really good looks on offense that they had. Possession time, 6:45 to 5:30 there in favor of Orbit. A good spread of a minute 15, but that translates to 23 shots taken versus 6. That is definitely painful, especially 6 shots with only, I think, 1 or 2 of those going in. Over those 2 games, and then 11 assists there to Orbit. Then stuns close to equal, but also notable. I mean, 6 saves to theirs on team versus 2 to Orbit. Yeah, some great looks. But like I said, a lot of really good looks there from there's a team on offense. It's a really good showing of a very good sequence of control. At one point there, they kept the disc for several. For about a minute or so down there in that zone as that reset finally comes out. And I have not taken us back to the scoreboard and screen as round 2 does end. But yeah, we did go over all those stats. We went over all the stuff that that happened in the game. And yeah, Orbit, a very, very strong team. I mean, they've earned their place in the rankings up in the gold tier. And coming in, definitely the favorites coming into this one. But of course, as I said, no ill will there to theirs team. They played, they had some really amazing looks. And they have improved week to week, game to game. And One Scoop in chat there. Hey, One Scoop, thanks for bailing out of the game so quick. Me and your buddy Ed, the redhead here, couldn't go over your stats at the end of the game. But yeah, no, obviously, just having some fun there. I mean, we would have liked to, but, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to hold us for too much longer. There might still be, well, no matter what, there's going to be a game going on VRML 1, whether it's still Joker versus Kang, or it's the next one on the list. Yeah, we got one, let's see, I can go ahead real quick. Yeah, right now, it's supposed to be Galaxy versus 18 Under. Following that, 30 minutes later is Chaos versus Nebula. Those are both going to be on VRML 1. And then at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, that is 6 West, Chaos versus 1.8288 meters over, formerly Catalyst. And then to close out the night at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock West, going to be Boosty Boys versus 1.8288 meters over, previously Catalyst, to end the night. So yeah, that's all going to be happening over on VRML 1. So this was our one and only cast here on VRML 2. So I thank you very much for joining me here. I have been SirDimwi. That was Orbit versus There's a Team. And y'all have a good night. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from everyone around you. And yeah, be healthy, be safe, be kind, and all the good stuff. Have a good night.